So cute with no boots. So when I'm this small talk is still see when you're breaking my so like a chick.
I only do this party for you. I only do this party for you. I only do this party for you. Only do this party for you, for you, for you. I only do this party for you. Only do this party for you, for you, for you. I was hoping you would come through. I was hoping you would come through. It's true, it's true. Only do this party for you. I only do this party for you, for you, for you. I'm about to party
Evening. I hope you are all well. A bit of technical issues there. I couldn't get my headphones to work, so I didn't know whether I was actually playing any music or not. So I hope you are all well. Please let me know if you can hear me in the chat, because I don't know whether they are working or not. Please let me know if you can hear me in the chat. Can you hear me okay? Give me a thumbs up, someone. Brilliant. Okay, great. As the show is called, which one? Which one? So I'm going to go through loads of rumors and links about all of these players. And then we're also going to have a look at all of these players individually. We're going to put them all next to each other. We're going to look at all their numbers. We're going to go into a deep dive about anything you want me to look at about these players. This show is all about the subscribers. This is a subscriber only show. So people who have subbed to the channel can only view it. If you sub, you will be instantly added. And then you can start commenting. So the numbers might be a little bit low to start off with, but that's because you have to be a subscriber to be involved. This is all about you guys, what you want to know about these players. Any of them that are up on the show, on the thumbnail, we can look into all of them. Okay, I'm going to give you an hour and a half of my time tonight to go through these, because we are eventually going to sign one of them. We all know that one of these strikers is going to end up at Liverpool, hook or by crook. It's Isaac, Alvarez, Ekitike, Osimhen, Gyökeres. It's one of them. One of them's going to come to Liverpool. Maybe even two. But let's just not be greedy right now, because we've had such a great transfer window so far. Let's just look at one of them, okay? I don't know whether he's back on the table, but I definitely had to put him in the list, because he is definitely a striker that we all want. And we've been linked with him, and we've also tried to buy him before. So that's why he's on there. And look, at the end of the day, there's a lot of people that don't want some of the players that are on there. But I've had to include them because we've been linked with them. We've talked about them. There's been media outlets that have linked us with these players. So they have to be on. They have to be on the thumbnail for that reason. I'm just going to quickly look at also what you wrote in the chat, because I did put a poll up. I also put a goal up as well. So if anybody wants to jump on, I've never done this before, by the way, and I haven't seen anyone else do it either. So it's kind of new. If anyone wants to jump on, stick in a big super chat, and I'll add you to the show, and we can have a conversation on the channel. I'll send you the link. We can have a conversation on the channel. Okay, so that offer's there. That offer's available as well. I don't know how all this membership stuff, I don't know how all this super chat stuff really works. I'm all new to it. So this is me trying to gauge what kind of audience I've got, how engaged you want to be with me, whether you just want to listen to me, whether you actually want to talk to me, whether you want to come on the show and talk to me. Like, that's what it's all about. It's all about me trying to connect with you guys, because you're my fan base. Like, you're the audience. Like, I could sit here and do videos all day long with me just talking shit, but I want to know what you think, and I want to be more interactive with you because I want to grow my fan base organically. I'm not here for clickbait. I'm here because I love Liverpool, and I hope you're here because you love Liverpool, and we want to talk about it, and we want to be interactive about it. So let's have a look at some of the players that we've talked about. Okay, someone's just put any Victor. Any Victor as well, mate. Any Victor will do for me. Let's have a look. Let's give a shout out to a couple of people in the chat, by the way. Okay, big up Bernard. Hope you're well. This is ridiculous. 9 o'clock, then change it to 11 o'clock, and then meet you in the middle. I met you in the middle and went for 10. Everyone's a winner. Everyone's a winner. I had to go for a walk. The weather was so hot. I had to go for a walk and cool down. Isaac, Alvarez, Kane, Osherman, Kane. Oh, God, don't even mention Kane. Big up Polo. Big up John. Big up Aisha. Exciting times ahead. Let's make Isaac happen, 100%. Is right, La, 2 right. Big up Harrison. Big up Scottish. Napoli increasing leanings towards, yeah, Napoli. I don't know about Napoli now. They won't pay the money. Big up man like Jav. Big up living the dream. Big up IBR Stella. We can definitely have a conversation about a few of those. Big up Mikhail. Big up USA Copite. Big up SG. What else have we got? Big up Yannick. Big up Antwango. Would be Dream of Isaac, Alvarez. It's an FTK. Ooh, that's a front three, isn't it? Alexandra, big up. One of my first ever subscribers, by the way. Not forgotten. Not forgotten. Also Scottish, one of my first ever subscribers, not forgotten. Big up Aliez. What's that? Wow, I thought we were starting at 11. Yeah, I changed it. I changed it. Don's on at 20 past 11. I didn't want to encroach into his show. Big up Baz. Big up LFC Monster. Also big up Paul. We can talk about Ekatike as well. Okay, so we're all here building up. 80 of you in here now. Okay, let's have a look at some of the links for some of these players. Okay, so first of all, we will start off with Ekatike. We'll start off with Ekatike. Okay, so we'll have a look at Ekatike. Yeah. Ekatike's Liverpool transfer timeline emerges as one hurdle remains. Okay, 28th of June today. Okay, arriving in Germany, blah blah blah. Ekatike did enough for a permanent move, blah blah blah. Okay, we've seen all of this. Tied to the red summer transfer window has been the idea that changes will be made up front. Now a picture has been painted for when is the likeliest to happen. Head of football at Bild, Christian Falk, speaking to Court Offside, has followed the saga closely. He explains how Liverpool's interest in the player is well established, though there is work to be done before a move can be made. That would refer to the sale of Darwin Núñez, which he says must go before any Money Slot and Co. are willing to act on their interest in any strikers that have caught their attention. Meanwhile, rivals Chelsea and Manchester United also named as suitors for the French under-21 international. Frankfurt have slapped an 85 million price tag on their star. 85 million equal then club record paid for Núñez. Okay, so Ekatike. Okay. This one, for me, is a break glass option for me, okay? Ekatike is an option if we don't get any of the others, which is why he's on the end of the list. Okay, that's why he's on the end of the list for me. Okay, I don't think Ekitike is a signing we will make if any of the others are still available. So put it this way, if Isaac's still available, if we haven't made a bid for Isaac, then Ekitike is not going to be an option because we still need to make that bid. Yeah, Osherman has gone, Gokares is gone, Alvarez is gone. All of those options are gone. Then Ekitike will probably be fifth on the list. So yes, there could still be a move for Ekitike, but all the other options have to have gone away, and the Ekitike value has to have been dropped to about 65 to 70 million. Yeah, that's the option. And I'm sorry, but I'm looking at Ekitike and I'm still getting Nunes vibes because he's had one good season. He's had one good season, okay? And that's an issue for me. One good season. Okay? That's all I'm going to say about Ekitike right now. There is more stuff we can look at as well. Shall we look at Alvarez? Let's have a look at Alvarez. Okay. These are the latest links to these players. We haven't done a dive to any. Okay, we'll do this. We'll do that later on in the show when we compare all the players next to each other and we look at goals, we look at numbers. Yeah, we look at all of that stuff in a bit. But we're going to go through all the latest links of those players currently, right now. Because I feel like that's something that's more official than just going straight into a deep dive on all these players. Let me just close. I've closed it. Okay, cool. Okay, so let's have a look at Alvarez. Does that come up on the screen? Why is the echo still there? I've literally removed that. I don't know why that's still there. I've literally removed it. And also, I don't know why Ant Wango's thing's still there as well. Okay, cool. Right. Okay. Let's look at Alvarez. Okay, so there's Alvarez. Okay. Cool. Screen share is on. Let me just make myself a little bit smaller. Okay, Alvarez. Alvarez transfer could excite serial winner with point to prove at Liverpool. So this is the latest article on Alvarez from the 16th of June, because he's been off, like no one's been talking about him. But this was from Mania Sean, yeah. So speculation has hovered over the club since March that Liverpool have shown interest in signing Alvarez last week. His manager at Atletico, Diego Simone, confirmed to La Nation that the Reds want him. Recently, Darwin Nunes has also been mooted as going in the opposite direction, though there is no suggestion of that being anywhere close to a done deal, with several other clubs, notably Napoli, also reported wanting the Uruguayan. Here we spoke to La Liga commentator Rob Palmer. He's a very good player. He was a co-star at Man City. Erling Haaland was very much headline act. He's gone to Atletico for 64 million. Remember that. Remember the 64 million. Everybody thinks Alvarez went to Atletico Madrid for 90 million. He didn't. He went for 64 million. Please remember that, because they still haven't paid. They still haven't paid that fee. They've only paid about 50 million of it, by the way. Like, they still haven't paid all of the money for Alvarez. That is a fact. Go and look at that yourself, okay? I'm not making that up. That is absolutely true. So, if Atletico Madrid got their money back and a bit more, Alvarez is definitely a player that could be done. I'm telling you, Alvarez is not finished. It's not over with Alvarez. It's not. Okay. 64 million plus 17 million potential add-ons. He's not got any of the add-ons. None. And they still haven't paid all the 64 million. Okay. The guy's just turned 25. He is a serial winner. There is numbers last season, 37 games, 17 goals in a really low scoring team. 10 games, 7 goals, Champions League, 7 games, 5 goals. 54 games, 29 goals in a Diego Simeone team. Please just understand how good that is. How good that is. He also plays in a 4-4-2 with another striker. Okay. Make no bones about it. Yeah. Alvarez is so high up on that list. Alvarez is so high up on that list. Like he is. He's right up on that list, Alvarez. So you look at Isaac, you have to be putting Alvarez like right next to him. Like they are so close together on that list. There's nothing really breaking them apart from one's in the Premier League, one's not in the Premier League, but one's already been in the Premier League and done it and left the Premier League. So those two are top of the list without a shadow of a doubt. Like if there was any inkling we could get Alvarez out of Atletico Madrid, we'd be on it. We would be on it. I'm telling you, we'd be on it. And the beauty about Alvarez, which is better than Isaac for me personally, Alvarez can play in multiple positions. Like if we decide we want a right winger, or we want an attacking midfielder, or we want to play a wider man, or we want to play just a big man up front and number 9, Alvarez plays all of those positions. All of those positions, no problem at all, and performs. Gets your goals, gets your assists, gets you the creativity, does the whole shebang. Unfortunately, Ekitike and Isaac don't do that. That's the first two. Okay? They don't do that. Alvarez does. Alvarez does more than any other striker in this group that we're talking about. All of these strikers we're talking about tonight, Alvarez does more than any of them. For me, he is the ultimate. He's the ultimate. And you put him next to Wirtz and Salah, and you have got the best front three in world football for off the ball work, on the ball work, creativity, goals, and assists. All three of them are absolute monsters. They're just monsters. Like when we sit there and we're like, oh, Liverpool aren't phased about 150 million for Isaac, go and throw 120 million at Alvarez. See what happens. Test the water, please. Like, test the water, please, for Alvarez. Because this guy has never injured and won trophies everywhere he's been. Everywhere he's been. So that's the one for me. Like, that is the one for me. I need to stop my screen. I'm sorry. I've just crashed. Are we back? Yeah, we're back. Okay, so I've got to close that screen because that's doing mad stuff. Okay, so Alvarez is the one for me. Okay, I've kind of nailed that one to the wall. Yeah. So who should we have a look at next? Shall we have a look at shall we have a look at Isaac? Shall we have a look at Isaac? Let me do some interaction here. Let me do some more shout outs. Big up Burton, big up CJ, big up CJ. Oop. Oh God, what is going on with this? What is going on with this? I don't know why I'm having problems with this now. Let me close my email. Might be my email. What else have we got in here? Just doing a couple of shout outs. Big up Fireburn. Big up Drunk Virgo. Hope you are well. Big up Eric. Big up Tony. I need to close that. Got anything else that's new? Hide that. Big up Shay. Anyone else that's new? I think that is Omar. Big up Omar. Yeah, that's it. And big up Andrew. Also big up David. Just joined. Good to have you on board. Like I said, any supers, I reply back straight away. I'm trying something new tonight. I want to be more interactive with you. Any supers, pop them in there. Doesn't matter how much they are. I'll reply to them and I'll have a conversation with you. And obviously, I've got a goal there as well. If you want to hit the big super chat, I'll add you to the show and we can have a conversation. So just let us know how it goes. I just wouldn't worry about him. I would not worry about him. There's plenty of clubs that want him, and he's already said he's going. He's already signed his locker. Like, the guy's going. Don't worry about it. Actually, I'll bring up something funny while we're here, just to get us into the vibes, to take us away from PTSD vibes. Just show you this because it's hilarious. So this is Milos Kerkez on holiday, training, and he's still wearing his Liverpool tops. The guy just loves being Liverpool. The guy just loves it. You've got to respect that. Big up BM. You've got to respect that. Like, you just have to respect that. The guy's like wearing Liverpool tops while he's on holiday. It's just brilliant. I just think that stuff's brilliant. I also wanted to bring this. I wanted to show you this as well because this is wild. Just in case you didn't see this. So next season, either a halftime interview with a player or coach, an interview for a player who's been subbed, or a dressing room broadcast has to happen in every Premier League game. That's what has to happen next year. Talk about milking more out of the clubs and the players and the managers. That's what needs to happen in the Premier League. But nothing about talking to the referees about how shit they've been. Nothing about that. No. Have to interview a player, have to interview a manager or a coach or a dressing room broadcast. It's an absolute piss take, isn't it? It's terrible. It's stupid as well. Let's be fair. It is. Americanizing the Premier League, 100%. Turning it into the NFL. I know. It's a joke. But that's what's looking likely. What's that? Red goals. Big up Red goals, by the way. Alvarez may do all different positions, but Isaac is a goal specialist. I get that. I totally get that. But we do like players that play in multiple positions. That is something. Also, big up Kalionji. Let's have a look at Osherman. Yeah, let's go to Osherman next. Okay. So these are all the latest articles on Osherman. So this is, was this today? Yeah, this is today at 8:39. So I'm right up to speed. Former striker El Hadjouf, the spitter, described his old side as a great team and addressed the possibility of Victor Osimhen. Liverpool are open to a striker, blah, blah, blah. However, Liverpool would almost certainly have to shatter the British transfer to sign Isaac. It's claimed that Liverpool had opened dialogue with Napoli over signing Osimhen, with the possibility of a swap deal involving Nunes or Chiesa also mooted. If Osimhen does move to Liverpool, Juve believes he will be a success. If they are so interested in him, it is because they are convinced that he can win the Premier League with them, he said to Africa Foot. Osimhen, since he's played in Europe, can succeed anywhere, blah, 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 blah. All good stuff. And then this one popped up. Where is it? Where's the Osimhen one that I've seen? This one here in the Echo. This one popped up in the Echo, which interested me. I'll get rid of the El Hadjouf one. So this one popped up today. All today, by the way. It's down here. Here. There was plenty of fuss last summer about Nigerian sought after a transfer. We nearly got him. Returning to his parent club, reported 64 million release clause. Osimhen has not been sold yet, though the script could flip very soon. Coming from a Turkish outlet, it's claimed that release clause become null and void as of July 15th. Right. Did anybody know that Osimhen's release clause will be void on the 15th of July? Isn't that really interesting? That his release clause could end, which means he'll have 1 year left on his contract then. And could that be the reason why we haven't signed him yet? Could that be the reason why we haven't signed Osimhen yet? It's because we're waiting for his release clause to end, and then we can go in with a, well, here's Nunes. Well, what do you mean? Well, you've only got 1 year left on his contract. You're not going to get much money for him now, mate. Honestly, you'd be saying that for months. I should have listened to you. Full-time England have won. Congratulations, Harvey Elliott. He's basically done what Curtis Jones did in the last tournament. He basically won the tournament single-handedly. Oh, I didn't know we scored a 92nd minute winner. I didn't know we scored a 92nd minute winner. I'm not going to lie, though. I do rate that Nelson Weeper guy. He's a good player. He looks like a good player, doesn't he? Nelson Weeper. Harvey Elliott basically just... Harvey Elliott's basically just give himself another... He's just got himself a transfer to Leipzig, hasn't he? He's just got himself a transfer to Leipzig. We need to talk about that as well, by the way. Actually, I'm going to show you this screen. There's 150 of you in here, and you're all subscribers. Much love. Much love. If you want to become a member, please join my membership. I've just posted up a new video, and I'm going to be doing a members show next week where we can do a Q&A and we can do anything you want, like whatever show you want. I'm going to put a post out on a poll. You reply back with what you want to talk about on it. It can be anything. It can be conspiracy stuff if you want, because I know loads about that. But I obviously don't want to get banned, but I can talk about some stuff. I also wanted to show you this, which I thought was funny. Because Liverpool posted this up. Is this like a for sale board? Like, good luck to Tyler, Harvey, and Gerald, who are all selling. They're all available. They're all available for transfer. They might as well have just put like a price tag on their heads. Like, watch them tonight and then make us an offer. I know Elliot scored, Morton assisted. Typical. Yeah. Like Elliot scored the first goal. Oh god, we can talk about something that I found out recently off a brilliant show that I watch, where they got a scientist who talked about China are doing experiments on the back of the moon, on the dark side of the moon. Like Chinese space agency are doing work on the back of the moon. Like genuinely. Like we can talk about that if you want, like, and what they're doing, but that stuff's wild. Like that's a rabbit hole and a half. All for sale. I know, it's funny, isn't it? 100 million for all free. No, it wasn't them. It wasn't them that caused that. We could talk about that as well. It wasn't them that caused that. I know who caused that. It wasn't them. It wasn't them. It came from there, but it wasn't them that caused it. No. No, they're not looking for cheese. They're looking for an element, for a special element, which is in the rocks, which can be used for something which is incredible. Like, it'll blow your mind. Like, we can talk about that. We can definitely talk about that. If you want to do a member show and we can talk about that stuff, I'm all for it. But yeah, I already knew that China landed on the back of the moon. Well, there you go. But did you know what they're doing there? Do you know what you're doing there? Is that a Daft Punk? Daft Punk, is it? Yeah, it is Daft Punk. Cool. Is it true about Diaz? Yeah. Oh, no, it's not. It's not hollow. I know you're going to bring up it rang like a bell. It's been proven, it's been debunked that it's not hollow. It's not. It's just not, unfortunately. But there is the Mars has things underneath that. There's things underneath Mars, but there's not things underneath the moon. The moon is just the moon. Okay, it's yeah. Oh, he does know about it. He does know about it. Oh, big up, Ant Wango. You need to be a member. You need to be a member then and be in that show. I might even get you on, mate, if you want to chat about it. Oh, big up, Peter. There you go, Ant Wango. Hopefully you can get one of those memberships. Big up, Peter. Hope you are well. Appreciated again for the memberships. He's the gift that keeps giving. The gift that keeps giving. The gift that keeps giving. Oh, you do? I'm going to do one next week, mate. I'll do it next week. All right. There you go. I'll do it next week. All right. Get involved. We'll do it next week. All right. I'll post it up. I'll just call it a members only show and a rabbit hole. I'll call it the rabbit hole members only show. Okay. There you go. We'll already give it. The moon is a hologram. Oh, China is an infrastructure machine. It is, mate. It is. We're not even talking about football now. This is wild. Big up, Bruno. You've just joined a different show. Big up, Mezzy. You remember? Good to have you on board. Big up, Duffers as well. Okay, so also big up, Mark. Anyone else joined that's new right now? Let's have a quick look. Nope, gain of function. Ooh, maybe there's a bit more to that. There's a bit more to that. Space may be the final frontier, but it's made in the Hollywood basement. Well, the thing is, there was things that were made in Hollywood for space, but they did go. So they did go there. And they can't go again, or they say they can't go again, but they've been going. They've been going. They just haven't been going from where we think they've been going. They've been going from a different place. And you may see the rockets going up in the air, but that's all for show. There's a secret space program that's been going since the 1950s. And it's involved everyone. It's involved Russia, it's involved China, it's involved everyone. Yeah, they did. They did. The thing is when they first went up there and Neil Armstrong put the flag in the moon, you know what flag it was, don't you, Antwango? What was the flag that Armstrong put in the moon? The first flag, not the flag that we've seen on TV, which wasn't really the moon. That was the studio. But what was the first flag that they put in the ground? Yeah, he did. But they went to the moon. But they definitely went to the moon. Like, what was the first flag that got put in the ground? Does anybody know? Does anybody know what was on the flag? The very first one. Ooh, he's there. You're there. We're going to have a good show. Okay, I'll set that show up for next week. We're going to have a good show. Football and rabbit holes. There you go. That's what we'll call it. Optimus Prime. The weird thing is about Transformers is it's so religious. It's about Christ and God and Jesus and evil and the disciples, and it's about religion. Like so much of Transformers is about religion. It's unbelievable. If you break it down, it's a really wild ride, that one. Like, that is a wild show. Like, every movie all goes around into like this religious like it's crazy. Like, no one ever thinks about it like Transformers like that. I know, what have you just walked into? I know. Let's carry on. Oh my god, don't even go about the Nephilim and the fallen angels. Don't even go into that. You guys need to be on my show next week and we'll talk about all of that. Oh my god, we'll talk about all of that. I am so into all of that stuff. Big time. Oh, this is going to be brilliant. Okay, I'll line that up next week, 100%. Yes, they do. We can also talk about that as well. Put it this way, I'll leave one little breadcrumb. Macron's wife, who's a man, is a Rothschild. There you go. She's a Rothschild. He's a Rothschild. Was a Rothschild. There you go. Okay. Let's go. Let's carry on then. Oh man, Joseph P. Farrell. He's brilliant. Do you watch Dark Journalist? Antoine Go. Do you watch that? Really good. Really good Dark Journalist. If you've never checked it out, go and check it out. It's really good. What else have we got? Okay, so we're not talking about football now. We're talking about other stuff. Oh, the Black Knight Satellite! Ah, we're gonna have a great show. Get on this next week. Okay, so they're all the players that were up for sale. Let's talk about. Should we talk about Gerald Quansah? Because he's having a medical, so he'd be having a medical. So that's going to be happening. He's going to be signing a 5-year contract. His medical will be soon. The fee will be 40 million euros in total. And we've got a buyback on him for 60 million that could reach 70 million. And that buyback is enabled, weirdly, when Virgil van Dijk's contract runs out. So I thought that was an interesting one. Let's move on with the show. So let's have a look at Isaac. So let me just get rid of the Quanta stuff. Let me also get rid of the Liverpool transfer thing there, Harvey Elliott. And we can talk about Harvey Elliott as well, actually. So we'll do a little bit on Isaac. So respected Newcastle journalist drops Alexander Isak update that Liverpool fans need to hear. Okay, so let's listen then. A journalist who covers Newcastle United dropped a huge update. Liverpool remain in the market for new players, having already added Frimpong, blah, 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 blah. They always start off with way too much stuff and don't talk about the good stuff. Okay, Chronicle Live journalist Lee Ryder shed some new light on the player's situation. Ryder claims Eddie Howe could take the lead on contract talks with Isaac ahead of the player returning to the club for pre-season in July. With key decision makers Darren Ailes and Paul Mitchell set to leave. Yeah, Newcastle are about to lose their director of football and their head of operations. They're both going to leave. So who's doing these contract talks? Eddie Howe's going to have to do them himself. Per the report, Howe has been in contact with the Swede and there have been quiet talks behind the scenes. We understand that Howe has been in contact with Isaac and is relaxed over the situation, and there has been quiet talks behind the scenes, he wrote. But that is no surprise, given Howe is a great manager who keeps in constant touch with his squad and offers assurance frequently. Newcastle don't have to sell Isaac, and there are no fears that the forward will need settling down, the report adds. The 25-year-old isn't expected to force a move, with the national media claiming he would sign a new deal worth 200,000. This is the interesting one. Everyone was talking about 150,000. 200,000 is a bit different now. That's different. So that is an increase by quite a lot. It's almost double. Yeah, he's on about 100. So giving him 200 is doubling his wages. Ryder claims Newcastle have not stood that up just yet. Isaac has established himself, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so basically, they're talking about the money. They haven't offered it. And you wonder why Liverpool are sniffing around. We still haven't made the offer to him. He still hasn't said that he's going to take it. And they haven't got anyone to do the deal anyway. I think Liverpool might just pounce on that. I really do. I think Liverpool might just pounce on that one while there's instability at the club, with Paul Mitchell leaving and potentially Julian Ward coming in. Like, the first thing Julian Ward's being told to do by our lot to let him go, make sure you get Isaac our way. Like, that's the first thing he's been told to do. Make sure you cock up Isak's contract, and then he wants to leave. And that'll be hilarious. But yeah, it's going to be a really interesting month. You are right. Like, the fact that we've now discovered this is, look, I'm only giving you I'm giving you the information. Okay, that's all I'm doing. I'm just giving you the information, and some of the stuff I'm telling you, you might not know. Like, maybe a few of you knew that Osherman's release clause ended on the 15th of July. Maybe some of you knew that. Maybe some of you didn't. And that looks like that's the reason why Liverpool are holding out, because we can get him cheaper. He'll have 1 year left on his contract. They need to get rid of him. We need to get rid of Nunez. Get it done. Yeah? And maybe people didn't know that the people are leaving Newcastle and they haven't offered him a new contract yet. And that might have to get left to Eddie Howe, who's just a manager. You're not the guy who looks after that stuff. So who knows? And maybe people didn't know that they were going to offer him 200,000, because I didn't think they were going to offer him 200,000. I'm just giving you the news. I'm giving you the information. That's all. All right. You do what you will with it. Okay. Don't come at me and say that, oh, you said this and you said that. I'm showing you where I got it from. Okay. There were so many people that doubted me and gave me grief because I talked about Cody Gakpo going to Bayern Munich. I said that Bayern Munich wanted him weeks and weeks ago. I talked about Osimhen. I said we are definitely going to go for Osimhen. I told you that Wirtz wasn't going to cost 126 million. I told you he would only cost 100 million tops. I told you that Kirkes would cost less than 45 million. I said he'd only cost about 35. I also mentioned Mark Guehi is something that will happen. Like, I've talked about these things extensively, and I'm getting the information and I'm showing you the information where I get it. Okay. And I will do that more often. Okay. I was on other shows talking about it, and then they're saying, oh, show me the proof. And I'm like, well, I haven't got it in front of me. Like, I haven't got it right now. Like, I read it somewhere. I looked at it on a website. I picked it off from a news reporter or from a media outlet that was in a different country. And that's how I do things. That's how I do things. Like, I found out the information about Osimhen from Turkey. You know, that's how it works. That's how it works. That's how it works, buddy. That's how it works. How it works. 177 you in here. Come on, hit the like and subscribe, please. Please. Also, come on, help me hit my goal. Big up LFC fan for being a YouTube member. Big up. Seriously, send me a super chat. Let me bring up your comments. Send me a super chat. Let me get you on the show. We can have a conversation. If you really want to talk to me about stuff, I'm here for you. I want to communicate with you more. I want to communicate with you more. Okay? Ask me questions if you want, but send me a super chat and do it so it pops up, and I'll pick it up quicker. 1.5 next. Oh yes. Oh yes. Head into those numbers. Loving it. Loving it. Respect, man. Respect for everyone that's joined. Respect for everyone who's a subscriber. Means a lot. Means a lot. Who knows? I might do something more with this. I don't know. Let's see where it goes. %100%. 100%. 100%. Where are we? Where are we? Okay, so let's also take a look at this one. Apparently, the medical is already being penciled in for Guehi. That is how close this deal is now. This will be a here we go soon. Okay. This one is inevitable. Yeah. Guehi to Liverpool is inevitable now. Okay. So we have to be really pleased with this one. Me and Jerry James went on this one last night on Don's show, and I don't think people realize how special this player could be. Like, I really don't think people realize how special this player could be. When Virgil van Dijk came to Liverpool, Virgil van Dijk was 25, going on 26. Mark Guehi has won more, in my eyes, and done more than Virgil van Dijk prior. Like, he's won a trophy for the first time ever as a captain with Crystal Palace. And he's also been the main man at a Premier League club. Like, Virgil van Dijk was a great player with Southampton, but he hadn't achieved what Guehi's achieved. Like, he hadn't at that age. And that's what we have to look at. Like, Guehi's only 24. Guehi's still got another 2 years before he's Virgil van Dijk's age when he got a move to Liverpool. I'm not stretching it. Look at the numbers. Like, yeah, he did well at Celtic. Everybody was doing well at Celtic. Like, Celtic. Like it just is. Mark Guehi is 2 years away from the same age as Virgil when he came to Liverpool. Like, he could be an absolute star for us for the next 5, 6, 7 years. He really could. Honestly, he really could. Like, he is taking Virgil's position in 2 years' time if he comes to Liverpool. Like, sorry, not if he comes to Liverpool. If Virgil leaves Liverpool, he's taking his position in 2 years' time if Virgil leaves. We are future-proofing Virgil's position with Guehi because he's great on the left-hand side, but he's also great on the right-hand side. Like, I know Virgil was scoring monster free kicks for Celtic against bum goalkeepers. They were. Like, let's be fair. Like, they were bum players. Like, they were. I'm not saying he's Virgil van Dijk. I'm not saying he's Virgil van Dijk, okay? Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying he's Virgil van Dijk. But he's achieved more in the Premier League than Virgil van Dijk had at the time that he is now. Like, Virgil van Dijk had just signed for Southampton, and Guehi is about to sign for Liverpool, and he's already won a cup. Like, he has. Like, I've got to be real. Like, he has played in a back three as well, hasn't he? That's a good point. Like, that is a good point. But yeah, I just, like, don't get it wrong. Like, don't get it wrong. Guehi is an absolutely incredible signing. Like, I really, really rate this guy so highly. He's a born leader. He's a powerful player. He's so calm on the ball. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, put him in a team with world-class players around him, especially a world-class goalkeeper. Like, Guehi's been playing with who? Some of the goalkeepers he's been playing with. Like, some of the players he's been playing alongside, Guehi makes those players better. Like, he makes those players better. Like, he's very, very underrated by a lot of the Liverpool fans. And I'm just a bit weirded out by it because we know how good Crystal Palace are. Like, we've come across them for the last couple of years, and Guehi's been in that team. And we know how tough they are to play against. So, don't get me wrong, man. Don't get me wrong. He comes to Liverpool, and he's fighting out for the right side position with Konate. That is not going to be easy for Konate to keep. It just isn't. And I also feel that Guehi suits the style of play the slot wants more than Konate does. Konate's really rash. He's really aggressive, like really wants to get involved, runs out of position a lot, tries to do more than he needs to, if I'm completely honest. And everybody talks about, oh, we need big players. We need players to win headers. Do we? Do we? Or is that just something that we just assume? Like, do we? Guehi's like 67% header ratio. It's not bad. It's better than Huijsen, who we were all happy for us to sign. So I don't know, man. I just don't sleep on this one because I think this one's bigger than you think. I think this one's bigger than you think. He makes Lacroix look like an absolute monster because he's playing next to him. Konate's recovery pace is huge. Guehi's got pace as well. He's a really fast player. 100%. Anyway, that one's pretty much done and dusted, if I'm completely honest. Also, we'll be giving Chelsea 8 million if Guehi comes. That's what the price looks like. They'll be getting 8 million because they've got a 20%. Is it 30%? 20% sell-on clause. The rumor is it's 40 million for Guehi. Like, it looks like it is 40 million. I mean, that's just fantastic business, by the way. They turned down 75 million last year. 75 million they turned down from Newcastle last year. That's just crazy. Like, and we're gonna get him for 40, maybe even 35. Like, that's just crazy business, isn't it? Just crazy business. Morello will cost twice as much as Guehi. And Morello nearly got relegated, mate. Like, just say it how it is. Like, Milenkovic is the reason why they're insane. Milenkovic has made Morello look better. Say it how it is. Like, sometimes one player makes the other player look better. Like, that's just sometimes how it is. Like, Virgil van Dijk makes every player next to him look better. Can you imagine how good Guehi's going to be with Virgil van Dijk when Guehi makes players look better next to him? Like, that's just a win-win situation. Like, Konate doesn't make players look better than him when they're with him. Like, you put Konate as your first choice centre-back, the player next to him doesn't suddenly become better. He doesn't. Like, that's not how it works. That's how it works with Virgil, and that's how it works with Guehi. Like, that's just how it is. Like it's just how it is. Also wanted to talk about the fact that we've had another under 21, under 19 coach leave. We are really getting rid of all of the people from the academy now. Like, we are starting from scratch. Like, this is something that I'm really pleased about, that we are getting rid of all of these coaches that have crocked our players. Like, they've not done the job well, and for whatever reason, whoever decided they were going to get them, maybe it was Linders, maybe it was Inglethorpe, I don't know. Quite frankly, I don't care now. Like, the more new people we have in that academy, coach-wise, the better. And they need to align with what Slot and his coaching team want, which is why we've gone and got Robert Page, who's a brilliant coach, brilliant manager. Another one's gone, useless, hasn't helped. Get rid of him. We've sacked a load of them. I think it's great. It's great we're rebuilding. That's a really good sign-on, by the way, Freddie Woodman. He's a 20-year-old goalkeeper who's just perfect to be a third choice backup keeper. He's perfect. Didn't cost us a penny. He's homegrown. Do you know what we're doing? We're doing what Manchester City do. We're doing what Manchester City do. We're not doing what Arsenal have done by getting Kepa, who's not homegrown, who takes up another slot, like takes up another spot. Like, what's the point in that? Like, with Woodman, I'm still unsure what we do with Mamadashvili now. Like, I'm kind of thinking, I don't know. I'm kind of thinking, is that a money ball? Is that a money ball? I don't know. You wanted Scott Carson. Scott Carson's on really big money, mate. He was on 30 grand. Like 30 grand for like a 40-year-old reserve goalkeeper. Like, Freddie Woodman would be on buttons. He came from Preston. So the goalkeeper that we got from Hungary, he'll be in the under 21, so he doesn't get registered. He won't be registered. He won't be registered as a goalkeeper for us. So I wouldn't even think about that name, because he'll just be an under 21 this season, and then we'll probably register him next year. We might register him in the Champions League because you can. Davies has gone on loan. Yeah, it's a good point. It is a good point. The Mamadashvili one will probably he'll probably stay. You're right. He probably will just stay. but we do need to get rid of a few players because the homegrown quota. It's the fact that we've got so many non-homegrown that we need to remove 3 so we can register players, because we can't register any new players. Like, so if we do go and get an Osherman or an Isaac or someone like that, we can't actually register them because we haven't got any space. So we do need to get rid of a couple of players, and Ramsey, Doak, Simicast, all non-homegrown, they can all go. Like, no, we don't need any of those. They can all go. They're all homegrown. They're all non-homegrown. So we can move all them on. And you obviously got Nunes, Diaz, potentially Jota, maybe. They can all go. They're all non-homegrown. And then obviously you've got the likes of, we're trying to move Elliott on and Morton, but they are homegrown. So we have to be careful. We do have to be careful with what we do. The rumor is Alvarez's girlfriend didn't get a permit, like a visa, so she had to leave. And but it wasn't the visa; it was the visa from Argentina to the UK. She failed that visa, so she could only get a visa for Spain because of the links to Argentina and Spain, and some of her family was living in Spain. So I think that was the issue more than anything else, and it expired. Like, it expired, and she couldn't get a new one, so she had to go back. That's the main reason why. You can look at that up. You can look that up. Like that was reported quite a while ago. What else have we got? So we got more Isaac stuff. This is in the Echo. Where is it? So next step clear. So Isaac transfer, next step clear as fee and wages positions explained. So obviously we need to get rid of Nunes. We know that. Where's this? It's all about Nunes going, pretty much. Okay, it's here. Eddie Howe was keen to tie down Isaac. Yeah, okay. So Isaac reportedly ends. Oh, he earns 130, which rises in bonuses around achievements. But Newcastle are aiming to make the most well-paid player alongside Tonali, Guimaraes, and Gordon, who take home 150. So it is true that they only want to match. So they only want to give him a 20 grand pay rise? What? That's crazy. Like, they only want to give him a 20 grand pay rise. He needs to be on like 200, 250, like to really make a difference for him to stay. That's what I feel. Also, I want to quickly move on to Gyökeres as well, because this has been talked about by Fabrizio Romano. Liverpool have several strikers on their watch list, including Gyökeres and international teammate Isaac and Hugo Ekitike. Ekitike is younger, unproven. Gyökeres 27, Isaac 25. Blah blah blah. Where is it? Okay, it's here. According to report, the Anfield hierarchy has instructed their intermediaries to establish sporting bottom line valuation understood to be in the region of 80 million euros and opened formal lines of communication with the strikers camp. Okay. This is from Fabrizio Romano. Does everybody know about this one in the chat? So everyone was talking about, they think the Gyökeres stuff is fake. This is from Fabrizio Romano, who says that we asked for a valuation and we have valued him at 80 million euros, which is around, I don't know, 70 million maybe 68 million quid. And we have set up communication lines with Gyökeres's agent. Does everybody know about that? Because this was today. This was today. This one's from today. This one's from today. So just like, he's an option. And if you also notice the weird thing as well that I will bring up, all the strikers we seem to be looking at are all around the 80 million euro mark. Apart from Isaac, but all of them are. Gyökeres is, Osimhen is, Ekitike is. They're all around the 80 million mark. All of them. Just thought I'd mention it. It's just an interesting point that they all seem to be muchness around that money mark. Just thought I'd mention it. He is homegrown. He is homegrown. That's a big factor. That is a big factor. I've got to be honest, like right at this moment in time, give me any of the victors. Just give me any of the victors, please. Just they're both bagsmen. They are both bagsmen. Just give me any of the victors. They are both bagsmen for me. Also this one's around, is this Osimhen, I think? Liverpool have already had a spare block. So this is Nunes potentially going again. Everyone's talking about him. Where is it? Where's the information? There's a dominoes effect. Oh, press on the next page so we can look at the start. No, what's that? Okay, forget it. There's nothing there. There's nothing there. Okay, so what we'll talk about now for the last bit of the show is we will talk about the players. Okay, because we've gone through quite a lot of the players. Where are we? Let me just close a couple of screens. We've been going 1 hour 13. So I'm going to do an hour and a half with yous. And then I'll send you over to Don's show. Okay, so let's have a look at the players. Yeah, so here's a players comparison. Oh, why is that gone? No, why is that gone? All right, I've got to redo this again. I'm sorry. Crap. Okay, let's do this quickly. I had everybody lined up in here. I had everyone lined up. I had all the players lined up. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll do Isaac against. No, we'll do all of them. We'll do all of them while I'm here. Okay. So I had all the players lined up, and now they've all gone away, which is lovely. Okay, so I had to do the Turkish league because he played for Galatasaray last year. So I had to find him on there, and then I also had to go to the Portuguese league. Where's that? Oh, where was the Portugal league? There it was. Yeah. So I had to do all of it. I did all of this manually, and I had all the players lined up, and then yeah, I didn't have Ekitike on there, by the way. I didn't have Ekitike. Why is it? Oh, it's not submitting. That's why. Oh, it won't let me do it. It won't let me do it. That's why. Oh, that's shit. Okay, so let's just bring up Isaac, and we'll just have to do it. We'll have to just do it this way. Oh, that is rubbish. I literally had everybody lined up on there for you to see. Okay, so let's just have a look at some teams. Okay, so we'll go to Newcastle. We'll go to the squad and we'll look at Isaac. Okay, so this is Isaac. I'm sorry about this. It's just it didn't save. It didn't save. I had them all lined up, so it didn't save. Okay, so we look at Isaac. This season, he had 44 games, 30 goals, and 7 assists this season, with an average rating of 7.41. Like, the guy is an absolute bagsman. He's an absolute bagsman. Like his XG was 4.13 in the UEFA Nations League for Sweden, and he got 4 goals. His XG in the Premier League was 21, and he got 23 goals. So he overperformed his XG in the Premier League. He overperformed his XG in the League Cup. Like, the guy is just an absolute bagsman. He got 84 shots in total and scored 30 goals. Like can we just kind of break that down into being human? Like, he had 80 shots and he scored 30 goals with 80 shots. Like, there's a reason why we're willing to go up to 150 million for Isaac. There's a reason why. The guy is just a bagsman. He's an absolute bagsman. But his weakness is defensive contributions. He does nothing else. He's good at finishing. He's good at dribbling. He's good at long shots. He's good at key passes. Likes to dribble. Does not dive into tackles. There's some of his attributes. Like, he's just an absolute bagsman. We just have to be completely honest. Like, you sign Isaac, you score loads of goals, and you probably win the league, if I'm completely honest. I don't see anything else. Like, you might as well just let us keep the trophy for another year. Like, I can't see anything other than us winning the league with him. Like, it's just, it feels inevitable. Like, and even last season, we can just look at last season. Like, he had 27 games with 21 goals. Like, he's just an absolute machine. Last season, his numbers were insane again. Like, last season, 30 games in total, 2,200 minutes as well. Like, he didn't play a huge amount of games. He wasn't on the pitch like a lot. Let's have a look at shots. What's the shots? So he had 99 shots this season, and hang on, it's 99 shots in total. Okay, so that's every single game. Okay, so let's have a look at this one. Season before, 78 shots, 60 of them were in the box, and he scored and he scored 21 goals. He's just a bagsman. He's just a bagsman. Shall we just leave it as that? Like he's gonna cost 200 million, and I've got no doubt. Like, we win the league if we get Isaac. It feels inevitable that would happen. But let's have a look at the others as well, because there are other players. I can't not look at Alvarez. I can't not look at Julian Alvarez. Like, it would be wrong of me not to take a look at Julian Alvarez if I can bloody find him. Let's have to search for him. Julian Alvarez. I can't even find him. Why can't I find him? What about Madrid? What about Atletico Madrid? Okay, where's Alvarez? Here he is. So let's have a look at Alvarez. Have a look at detailed. Okay, so we'll have a look at XG. Okay, so La Liga, 17 goals, 30 games. Well, he played 37 games in total, but he was sub 7 times. 74 shots, 17 goals. His XG was 14. So he outperformed his XG in the La Liga. He outperformed his XG on average 12 goals, 10 goals. Yeah. So he outperformed his XG. I mean, bloody hell. Really? So his XG was 2.8 for the Champions League, and he scored 7. That's mental. Like, some of those goals he should not have scored. He outperformed his XG for Argentina. Like, he's also pretty much a bagsman, like, let's be fair. 22 shots, 7 goals in the Champions League. 74 shots, 17 goals. Not amazing. That's not amazing. But he's also playing in a team which is, like, you have to be completely honest, like, it's Atletico Madrid. Like, they're quite defensive minded. Like, they are. I mean, his key strengths, direct free kicks, that would be really helpful. Through balls, these are things that Isaac can't do. Like, Isaac can't play through balls. Holding on to the ball, Isaac doesn't do that. Passing, that's not a trait for Isaac. Finishing, key passes. Like, this is what Alvarez gives you. Alvarez gives you the entire package. Gives you the whole works. Personally, I think he's the closest you're going to get to Mo Salah. Like, he does the lot. Like, he provides, he works hard, he's a creator, he scores goals. He does the lot. He's a really, really versatile player that can play anywhere. And he's never injured. Never injured. Isaac, it's a real worry. Like, it's a real worry for me. What if he breaks down? What if he breaks down and we spend 200 million on a guy? Like, you ain't going to forgive. You ain't going to forgive for that. That's a lot of money. I don't know. Well, you don't think Alvarez is coming? Maybe not, but it's gone quiet, and his manager's talking about Liverpool. That was last week. His manager was talking about Liverpool last week. Okay, let's move on to Osimhen. So let's have a look at Napoli. And let's have a look at Osimhen. Osimhen might not even be on here. He's not even in their list. Like, they're so scummy that they don't even include him in their team. Okay, let's have a look at Osherman last season. Okay. Right. 26. Turns 27 in December. XG, let's have a look. Oh my God. What? So 27 XG, 26 goals, 10 XG, 6 goals. So he's underperforming his XG. So he's underperforming his XG, which isn't a bad thing, by the way. Like, being level with your XG isn't a bad thing. If you overperform your XG all the time, sometimes it gives a bit of a negative number because you can't sustain that. So you're looking at something which isn't sustainable. It just isn't sustainable. Like, nobody overperforms their XG every single year. It doesn't happen like that. So the fact that Osherman is kind of level is a good thing. 35 games, 31 goals, 6 assists. Blimey. The guy is an absolute bagsman. He's just a bagsman. Like, Napoli, when he played for them in the league, 22 games, 15 goals. And that was his bad season. The season before that, 30 games, 26 goals. That's when they won the league. Like, he's got 124 goals in 218 games. And he's still got 23 assists. He's got 32 yellow cards, though. And I like that. He puts it in. But he's got 29 man of the matches. So we can all sit here and say that, like, he's this, he's that. He's normally the best player on the pitch. Like, that's something which I find would be so beneficial, is to have a guy that, we're not going to win. We don't want to win. He's playing. Like, they've got him playing today. We're not going to win. Like, they literally go into the game defeated because he's on the pitch. For me, it's hard to look anywhere else for the value of the money. For the value, like, you're going to get him for like 60 million, 50 million. I reckon the 15th of July, we go and put a bid in. We go and put a bid in, or we just go, look, here's Nunes, Osherman, other direction. Let's just get it done. Let's just get it done. The release clause has run out. Get it done. I don't know. He's a bagsman. He won't. He just won't, mate. He won't at all. I'm sorry. He just won't. Let's have a look at Sporting. So we're going to look at Gyökeres now. Okay. Gyökeres XG was 32 and he scored 39 goals. I mean, he scored 39 goals, for God's sake. Like, didn't Nunes score 36 goals before we signed him in Portugal? Is that right? Did Nunes score 36 goals before we signed him in Portugal? The season before? I like Jonathan David, mate. I've looked at his numbers. I think he'd be a great signing, and he's free. He'd be a great signing, mate. I'm all for that one. I really am. He's a massive upgrade on Nunes for me. Like, go and get him. It's mad, isn't it? He's on a free and no one's gone for him. I can't get my head around it. I can't get my head around that one, mate, either. Was it 32 goals? Okay. But he still scored a load of goals. Came to the Prem. That's the one. That is the one with me, with Gyökeres. Does he come to the Prem and not fire? I don't know. I don't know. I think that's done. He's already agreed a 5-year contract. That's done. They've already agreed a price. It's like 30 million, I think, for him. They've already agreed a price. I don't know about Gyökeres simply because of that. But you can't ignore the numbers. Can't ignore the numbers. You can't ignore the fact that he's done it in the Champions League. So did Nunes, by the way. And he's also done it in the Championship. I don't know. It's a difficult one. I just feel that one of the victors, if we don't get Isaac, one of the victors, if we don't get Isaac and we can't get Alvarez, one of the victors is fine. Honestly, one of the victors. Go with Osimhen. You can't get Osimhen. Go with Gyökeres. Done. Same price, same wages, same bagsman in their leagues. Just get it done. I'm fine. Anyway, I'm going to leave you now. Also, big up again to the super chats. Big up Peter, and also big up LFC fan. Also, big up all the members. Big up Buffalo. Big up Mezzi. Who else we got? I'll go through like 10. Big up Mikhail. Who else we got? Big up Eric. Who else have we got? Oh, big up John. Big up Polo. Oh, you remember now. Good to have you on board, Polo. And that'll do for now. Keep an eye out. I'm going to post up another. I'm going to post up another members video soon. I just did one today, and I'm going to do a members only show next week, and I'm going to call it Rabbit Holes and Liverpool. Okay. I'm going to call it Rabbit Holes in Liverpool. Oh, big up IBR Stella, who's now a member. Good to have you on board. Yeah, I'm going to call it Rabbit Holes in Liverpool, and we'll see where we go with that. And I might do a 3-hour show. I'll have to ask the wife, but I might do a 3-hour show for that, just for the members. Okay, we'll see how we go. All right, want to pay us back. Okay, right. I'm going to divert you over to Don, whose show should be on, and you all have a wonderful evening. And out of all of the strikers we picked, which one? Which one? And 84% of you have said that we are going to sign one of those, which is obviously great news. That is obviously great news that you think that we're going to sign one of them, which is good. So so that's a good start, isn't it? Okay, so you're diverted to Don, and you go and have a wonderful evening, and I will see you in the chat. And I believe you are 100% right, Alpha, and he is a player that I would want if we can't get Isaac. And if we can't get Isaac or we can't get Alvarez, I would go and get Osimhen and get it done, and then give them Nunes. I will see you all later. Take care. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.